I think that there's like a system. I'm going to hazard a guess. I'm going to say there's a system. There's kind of a pay to play system. And then there's like, okay, what are we getting into based on merit? And I think maybe we might just start, we might be entering into like the merit phase of this. Look at this. The London Stock Exchange launches blockchain platform to digitize private fund management. Okay. This is the first segment of this story that I'm getting into. This is a $16 trillion. So tokenized assets could reach 16 trillion by 2030 as more institutions adopt blockchain infrastructure. This is to put this into perspective. This is the London Stock Exchange launching a blockchain platform to digitize private fund management. Well, why is that a big deal? Why do we care about London? Well, we care about London because Cardano accelerates real-world asset tokenization with landmark London Stock Exchange collaboration, folks. I don't think we've seen an integration like this on any other blockchain yet, and like in a real way. And people are starting. I mean, this is a really, really big deal. And the other thing to this too, and I'm gonna make myself real big for a second here. If you're paying attention to what's going on in the UK, they just announced their digital ID. They just announced that if you do not have a digital ID, they're basically I forget the name, Cromer, I don't know, the guy that was caught with a bag of white powder with the other guy, Macron, before a press meeting, like, and they're all trying to hide it and hide their stuff. It's funny. But yeah, I normally I know his name, but now that I'm on the spot live, I don't remember. But he just announced that like they're the digital IDs, they've set up a way, all your digital IDs, it's going to be free, and if you don't have it, you're not going to work in the UK. Now you mix that with CBDCs, which we also know they're working on and they're adopting, and then you work that in with AI. You figure that in with their social media policing, right? The way they're basically locking people up for saying things they don't like on social media. Like, how many years now have I been saying that we're heading towards 1984, right? I mean, and it's like, if you have not read that yet, I swear, you absolutely have to read the book 1984. It's not even a long book. And if you don't like reading because your eyes get tired or you fall asleep, get the Amazon it's like the Amazon exclusive version, because it's not like listening to a book. It's like listening to a play with sound effects and everything. It's like listening to a movie. I did that. And it was phenomenal. It was great. But you're left with, it's a very sunken feeling. It's more of a sunken feeling because you realize as you're getting closer and closer to the end of the book, that this is everything that's happening right now. And you start realizing this was foretelling the future, like way back in the day, decades ago. So you really need to read that one way or another so that you understand what's going on. And it's so crazy how the book takes place in the UK, because it's all literally happening right now. The thought police. I mean, come on, this is straight out of 1984, and they're even naming the shit the same way. It's nuts. And so, but anyway, the point is that you're everybody over there is going to have this digital ID. It's going to be tied into everything. I know that a lot of this stuff is going to end up getting run through AI systems, that it's going to monitor everybody, everything. Your digital ID is going to follow you online, and I think it's going to get past the point where they're not going to have to like throw you in jail for saying stuff that they don't like, because with these digital IDs, the CBDCs and everything, they'll just turn off your bank account. They'll just turn off whatever. They'll be able to penalize you in different ways, so that you're not going to have the space to imprison everybody that says, F the police or whatever the hell they're saying. A lot of it to me sounds nonsensical. It's like, are you crazy? But with when all of this stuff starts coming together, they're not going to have to lock up everybody. There are going to be so many different ways to penalize people for saying things that they don't like. It's going to get really, really, really nuts, man. It really is. But the good side of this, the whole thing is, Real world asset tokenization is also going to be a big deal. And by 2030, all of this stuff, I mean, I'm telling you right now, I just said this in a post online. We are not going to recognize the world by 2030. All of this stuff is good. And this is one of the reasons why I also believe that the whole 4-year cycle in crypto is bunk. I just don't see it. I said years ago that we could be, and I'm sure some of you guys in my chat are going to remember where I basically broke down ways that I thought, you know what, this might be a 10-year cycle. We might be in a decade, ascension, because everything right now is being tokenized. The processes for a lot of real world things are being tokenized. Everything that we know of today is about to be tokenized. I mean, it's not going to be long until we're buying our houses with digital assets on a website. It's all tracked. As soon as we buy the house, it's immediately transferred to our digital ID, because we're all going to have them. This isn't just going to be like a UK thing. We're all going to have these digital IDs. But for me, the beauty of it is that at least it's happening on Cardano. Cardano is gaining traction in the real world asset tokenization sector following its involvement in, I might want to let you guys read this with me, following its involvement in a landmark initiative tied to the London Stock Exchange Group. Yesterday, the LSEG welcomed investment manager members Capital Management to the open market, or to open the market. The event was part of efforts to celebrate the launch of its flagship MCM Fund I. This marked the first institutional grade reinsurance fund to be tokenized and recorded on LSEG's new digital markets infrastructure, the one that we just talked about having like a $16 trillion. For context, Members Cap launched the fund in collaboration with Arcax. I think it's Arcax. The Cardano Foundation also supported the initiative. In his view, this move could open the door for qualified investors to access reinsurance-backed products through the Cardano platform. Gregard stressed that the network is built on security, compliance, predictability, and operational resilience. This is the thing, man. Like, everybody has been given Cardano shit because it hasn't been built with this whole like build fast and break things kind of methodology that a lot of other blockchains have, because everybody is trying to be first to market with something. And Cardano's taken the approach that says, you know what, we're not going to be first to market, but when we get to market, we're going to be damn good. And I just, for the long haul, when you're talking about building an infrastructure that's going to basically help facilitate a lot of this transition into the 2030 storm, which to me, I'm calling it the 2030 storm, because there's going to be so many things kicking up and kicking off between now and then that truly are going to change the way we live our lives. And Cardano, I believe, is going to play a significant role in a lot of that. I think this is one of the first big one of the first big flags in the dirt when it comes to who's going to be trusted to achieve what in this transition. He also emphasized that the foundation will continue to promote Web3 adoption by supporting similar projects and innovative use cases from its partners in the future. Cardano stepping into real-world asset tokenization spotlight. I'm telling you, this is just the beginning, and this is such a big deal that I'm still kind of shocked. And I'm also shocked to see, so super excited about the ringing on London Stock Exchange. This is all such big news, and I haven't really seen many people talk about it. I've seen a couple, but it's like, for whatever reason, this has been kind of just flying under the radar. And I don't know if that's by design. I don't know why.